Good? I'm happy to stand.
We can get you a chair if you want a chair. Sure. Chair's up against the wall.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome everybody here. Fair off, I guess, I put a little couple notes in the paper. So, good to see a good large turnout, tonight. And we are here to conduct the city town business. Also would appreciate that everyone, would restrain from, if anyone was, not speak out loud, and please be respectful to the council and each other in the chambers. On behalf of the council, we would like to acknowledge the administrative professional day. We would like to thank both Amanda and Emma for keeping this place running. And on a more positive note, I guess, I'd like to look at it that way. I'd like to try to congratulate Emma and DJ on their engagement. Okay, moving on. I'd ask if anyone has any cell phones to turn them to silent, and that nobody be recorded. We do have a policy in place that the town clerk do the recording, and it'll be available to whoever wants to after the minutes have been adopted.
I'd like to call a point of order on policy that's been implemented in my absence.
You're recording?
A policy
You're not
that
allowed.
is taken with direct
Excuse me.
to prevent
Yeah, this
accountability
man
and
is recording.
transparency. Generally, the point of order must be raised at the time the rules have been broken, or after a rule has been made, or it's too late. But in a situation where the violation of a law, a point of order can be made at any time to bring a point that the law is being broken. Everything that happens in these meetings are public domain. There's no legal pathway to prevent counselors or even attendees from recording these meetings. As an example of this, during COVID, we were told that we must broadcast meetings when public health restrictions prevented attendance. And this is because it's the right of anyone who's interested to hear everything without being copyrighted, edited, or censored. We as a council have agreed unanimously to get a lawyer to see if the town is permitted to enforce these policies that I call it being illegal. But this action was not taken, and it was apparently assumed that I wouldn't proceed legally despite my many warnings to the contrary. When the town did finally seek legal action, they were told not to proceed against me. Today, not only do these legal policies still stand, but new ones have been created and the old ones have been strengthened and reinforced. The town council is creating policy that stands in direct opposition to the law, the Criminal Court of Canada, as well as the Supreme Court of Canada, and are clear legislation and rules in this matters. Nothing the town does can supersede the law. Before I read the Criminal Code of Canada, I must point out that there's a precedent in legislation in the province of Quebec. Help us understand.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm
For 1
sorry,
second,
but
please.
as long as
For
I
1 second,
as long
please.
as I can continue.
You can continue after, but I'm gonna stop you for 1 second.
Sure.
Okay? We put a policy in place for not to record because of what was going on outside.
It's against the law.
It's against, I'm not
It's
saying
against
it's
the
not
law.
against the law.
So you.
Anybody can record a meeting, I'm not
You can't
saying it's
make
against the
new-
law.
you
But
can't
in
make new
respect for
laws.
this lady right there, which is our town clerk, in respect for this lady right there, to give her the chance, and town clerks previously, to give them the chance to, do their minutes up and post, and put it, out there. If somebody wants it, they can come and get it. The minutes were always on paper. You were always available.
That is not what the bill says. Or the policy
We're in the town of
says.
Musgrave,
I
we're
have
not
read the
downtown
bill.
Toronto, like.
I have read the bill.
Doesn't matter, you can host, this town hall can host a bill.
You cannot
You
don't
can.
supersede the law. You cannot
You can,
supersede
man.
the law. The Criminal Code of Canada says that any private conversation is legal as long as one party is involved in consent to the recording, and that is called one-party consent, and that is me. That means that any second person involved in the call does not have to be informed that the call is being recorded. If several people are involved in the call, it is still legal for one to record. Anyone but who.
You got that full, buddy?
He's
anyone-
recording.
I'm recording.
Take it out.
I'm recording.
You're not allowed.
You are allowed.
I am.
and you cannot-
Why are you allowed? You got to ask the question.
Anyone's allowed.
No, you're not allowed to record. Close up the door, please.
You do.
Any person.
Should put no.
No, not Mike. No, you're not allowed to touch anything.
You're not allowed to touch
Don't touch
anybody.
it, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's violence being threatened here in the building. Please sit down and take care. Anyone who touches anybody is against the law. You are allowed to attend regardless of what is This continues, I'd like to ask you to leave, to ask people who are causing disorder to leave the room. I will later call upon to implement.
Meeting adjourned, boys.
The
record.
He's recording, that's not fair. As things are. I have a right to.
You should all follow.
Practice this is quite sufficient, and it will be, I'll be taken care of now and done.
I got
It's not
better
for the
sense than
No,
interruptions.
well, there you go.
Please
They
allow
want
me
to
to
respect
express
all. I got better
why this is illegal. And please, if you continue to cut me off, or to be aggressive, or to threaten violence, you and I, but people have been threatened to touch somebody in
I
the
want to ask you a
audience.
question.
I overheard somebody threaten to touch somebody in the audience, and not to touch them.
Yeah, they never said you.
You can't touch anybody. I am speaking of whoever is being threatened. It doesn't matter who is being threatened, nobody can do that. I can do anything legal, and so can anybody else in this building. If anybody who can be informed in this call can inform the recording to make it. And if not for these recordings being made, it would be easy for it to be misconstrued that I was responsible for any of the shenanigans that has gone down and any of the illegal things that have been taken against me to put me into this position. The saving provision is that any person who intends to either express or imply to be the originator of the private communication can record it without permission from anybody else. This suggests that this being an implied public meeting, that I and the public, the intended recipients of this communication, are acting in good faith doing this recording, and I can record the meetings. If the town was to create policy and be the sole recorder and copyright, I must note that in the policy and procedure created by the town, it states that the town is the sole
I'm not paying
recorder
mine no more.
and copyright, editor, censor, and can control the said recordings. Firstly, this is illegal. Secondly, it's a clear attempt at preventing
Councilor Evans.
transparency,
Okay,
and
the
I have
meeting is
provided.
adjourned.
The town and elected members here before us know full well that there's no way.
You are one ignorant individual.
Am I?
My name is Scott Blackwood.